Build a real app in 15 minutes? I mean, come on. Could you really take a free template and turn it into a fully functional software product with the backend, payments, the whole deal, in just one session? It sounds pretty much impossible, right? Well, something just dropped that might change everything.
Just imagine for a second. What if all those traditional barriers to making software, months of coding, super expensive developers, all that complex infrastructure, what if they were just gone? What if you could just describe what you want and an AI just builds it for you?
For a long, long time, most people with a great idea have run smack into what you could call the app building wall.
And this is where so many incredible ideas for small tools or simple products just die. The second people hear words like backend, APIs, or databases, the behind-the-scenes engine that makes an app actually work, the whole thing suddenly feels totally overwhelming and the project just never gets off the ground.
And this really shows you the fundamental shift we're talking about. The old way meant hiring a whole team, or spending months, even years, learning to code it yourself. The new way? It's a completely different universe. It's a workflow that moves at the speed of your idea.
So, this new approach is being powered by a tool called Rocket, and it really forces us to think about templates in a new way, not as finished designs, but as launchpads.
So what is it exactly? Well, Rocket is an AI-powered app builder, but you don't drag and drop little components piece by piece. No. You just describe the app you want to build in plain English, and the AI handles the entire development stack, all at once. The front end, the back end, the databases, the works.
And that is the absolute key takeaway here. This is not just about some pretty design that you're stuck with. Underneath that starting visual, there is a full-blown AI-driven building engine that lets you customize, expand, and completely change the application however you want.
And the scale here is just massive. You are not starting from a blank page. You can choose from a library of over 25,000 free templates to use as your launchpad for almost any kind of project you can possibly imagine.
Okay, so how does this actually work in practice? How do you go from a static design to a live, working piece of software?
It pretty much boils down to 4 key steps. You start by picking a template, then you tweak the look and feel, then you build the actual engine with AI, and finally, you plug in any other tools you need.
So once you've picked your launchpad, you jump right into a visual editor. And right away you can start making it your own, changing the brand color, updating the fonts, rewriting the text, all without touching a single line of code. It's easily the fastest way to make a template feel like your own product.
Now, this is where it gets really, really powerful. Instead of manually building out pages, you just tell the AI what to do. This one prompt right here tells Rocket to build the entire user authentication system from scratch. The login page, the sign-up page, a user dashboard, and even all the database connections needed to make it all work.
And it's not just for standard features. After setting up all the user stuff, another prompt was used to completely change the template's original purpose into a functional website audit tool. It actually built the logic that makes the product work.
Of course, no app is an island, right? So from a simple integrations panel, you can connect to all the essential services like Stripe for payments or MailChimp for marketing, and it's usually just a few clicks.
Now, getting from a cool editor to a real product that anyone on the internet can actually use, well, that's often the most complicated and frustrating part of the whole process. Except, here, it's not. Instead of messing with servers or setting up hosting, you just click a single button that says Publish, and Rocket handles the entire deployment process for you automatically.
And just like that, after just a few seconds, the platform gives you a live URL. Your application is officially deployed and accessible to the entire world. So let's just recap this whole journey. What started as a simple, totally non-functional template just 15 minutes ago has been completely transformed into a live, interactive software platform.
And this isn't some fake prototype. It's a real working product. On the live site, the user login works perfectly, the core website audit tool successfully runs an analysis on a real site, and the Stripe integration correctly processes a test checkout. It is all fully operational.
So what we've really seen here is a shift that isn't just about speed. It's about redefining who gets to be a creator. Technical skill is no longer the main gatekeeper to innovation. It seems like the biggest barrier to building something new is no longer the technology, but just the idea itself. The only question left is, what will you create?